Set the hook on smallmouth bass, and then you'll understand. Gotta get your hands on a Shimano reel and a G-Loomis round. I bet you like what you feel. Step on the deck, give it a whirl. Hello, welcome to my world. What's going on Facebook and YouTube Live? Welcome back to another adventure of OnAnotherLine Live. What's up, Larry Slack? Good to see you, buddy. Mark Kickey in the house. What's up, buddy? We are just coming back live from you. I got a lot of updates. We're going to talk about some wintertime fishing. So if you guys want to stick around, comment it up, share this thing out. I appreciate it. Share it to all your fishing buddies. We'll get together, talk some fishing, and this is going to be a little different show than you've seen in the past few weeks. I don't have any guests tonight. We're just going to be talking fishing today. Hey, Jeff Wallace, what's up, buddy? Thanks for joining us. Mitch Dreyer, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Again, if you guys are just now joining or just now liking my page, my name is Tyler Waller, and you guys have landed on OnAnotherLine Live. We like to go live every Tuesday and talk fishing. The past couple weeks, we've had a few people in here, and we've been talking a lot of fishing, and that has been big-time fun. We didn't do it this week because I didn't have time to plan it. Up until recently here in my area, guys, we have been destroyed with ice and snow. My first and foremost thing that I want to say out there is thank you to the men and women for American Electric Power, the local municipalities that have been out there cutting trees, getting power restored. For those of you guys out there that don't have power still to this day, you're probably not seeing this. So I'm sorry for that. Last week was a crazy time. We got like 1.5 inches of ice plus 6 inches of snow in my area, and it ravaged the area. There's still, like in Lawrence County, Kentucky, there was like 90% of that entire county that didn't have power. It's been crazy. It's been one of the worst ice storms or storms period that I've seen. So first and foremost, I want to thank the men and women that are out there helping those people. The countless hours. I've even seen that there are some linemen and women from Canada down here helping us. It's been wild. So hopefully you guys are out there staying safe, and thank you very much. If you guys are just now getting power, I didn't have internet up until a few days ago. That's why I wasn't live last Tuesday. We didn't have any power, so it was really tough to go live. Chris Marr, what's up, buddy? Thanks for joining. Dude, that's a very good question. To be honest with you, when she's not here, I try to get her to come on all the time. She works a lot. She works 9 to 9, so she's at work tonight. So we're going to get her on the show. I thought it would be funny and fun, not really funny, but fun for her to answer questions in her perspective from you guys. So that's coming up soon. Crazy here in Texas. That's the deal. I was looking at the radar and the weather map that I've never seen so many counties across the entire United States affected by snow. Matter of fact, I don't think there was any counties in Texas that didn't have snow or freezing temperatures, which is crazy. which is it's pretty amazing. First and foremost, I'm going to drop a link here in just a second. Let me hop over here to Facebook to grab it. But there is a giveaway. If you guys are just now joining in and didn't see it on my Facebook post or Instagram, if you guys haven't followed me on those, I would appreciate it. But I'm going to share a link here in the comments in just a second. And what we're going to do is, if you there's no purchase necessary. There is no I'm not copying I'm not doing any kind of hoarding your stuff here. I'm going to drop the link here. I'm going to try to pin it to the top. Yeah, I can't pin it because here it is right here. It's actually in the comments over on Facebook and the comments wherever you're watching this at, either on YouTube or I dropped it down there in the link. If you guys can click on that link, it'll take you over. I don't care if you guys go do that right now. I'm giving away a lot of cool stuff. I have this Shimano hat right here. I'm giving it away. It is a snapback, really comfortable hat. Has the Hagane logo back here for their Hagane gears and body. Giving this away. I'm giving away 2 10-packs of my personally poured Ned heads that are going to be different sizes. They are 1/0, and they are going to have a vein color pattern on them that are going to be red and black on the head. And I'm giving away, I got a bottle of it here somewhere, 2, actually, there's going to be it's going to be tough for my camera to focus in on this because of my fat face, but I have 4 bottles of this. I'm going to give this away to 2 different people, 2 separate winners for the Ned Rig 10 packs and 1 winner for the Shimano hat. So there are 6 ways to win on this here as well. Actually, I think I'm doing 3. So there'll be 3 winners of 2 packs of it, or 3 winners of 2 packs of this. And then there'll be 2 10 packs of Ned Rigs given out and this Shimano hat. There's about, let me make sure here, 12 days left to enter. You can click on those links as many times as you want. I'm sorry, the first 4 of them entering, you're going to hop over to my Facebook page. You're going to visit Jacob Crapew's fishing page. You're going to check out my On Another Line YouTube channel. And again, this is not something you have to do, but I would appreciate it if you go over there and hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel. The whole idea is that I'm going to give away this stuff. I'm trying to boost my views to 4,000 subscribers on YouTube by the end of this year. I would like to transition my entire views and stuff over to YouTube eventually. If you guys are subscribed to my channel already, thank you very, very much. The next one is visit my Instagram page. And again, you don't have to do anything. You click on those links, it takes you to my page. When you come back, it gives you an entry. The bottom where it says visit JB's Fish Sauce to check out the pinch of garlic, you can do that every day. And every time you go to that link, it's going to give you another entry. So I would appreciate if you guys go over there and do that, and it would be big time help for me. And again, it's all free to you. If you live away from here, I'm going to ship it to you for free if you win, and it's going to be randomly generated by the number of people that are there. It is very possible for the same people to win multiple prizes. It is a random generated, and it's going to be depending on who all is going to be on there, how it happens, and how many there are. J.R. White, what's up, buddy? Need tips from a Smith Mountain Lake going next month. Spots, big spotted bass. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Isn't there like an Elite Series, or the FLW, I think, is fishing Smith Mountain. They just got back there. I think I saw, let's see, Kevin Martin, Kmart was there, and he said he didn't find much except he caught a giant striper. Does anybody out there know any tips for Smith Mountain? I know it's a really deep lake, and I know there's a lot of spotted bass there. I wish I could tell you more than that. Couple of updates. First and foremost, you guys know that I have been partnered with Lure Lock this will be the 3rd full year. I want to give a shout out to Lure Lock and Glenn Walker and a few people out there that have made this possible for me. First off, this hat right here is fire, dude. Like, you guys know that I am a huge fan of the Richardson 112 hats, 112, sorry. That's what these are. Super nice. First off, I got hooked up by a new package coming in the mail today that I was super pumped up about, and that was 6 new Lure Lock boxes. I'm going to grab a couple of them here really quick. So here's the standard small, medium boxes. I got 2 of each of those. I'm not going to bore you to death with that. That's their standard stuff. However, one of my favorite boxes on the planet that they make is this thin box. So you can see the difference between that and a standard size box. And it's not much different here. But if you get their old style boxes, this thin box is almost half as thin, or more than half as thin. And the locking mechanism on these things are the real deal. A couple lure lock stickers in here. I got 9,000 of these. If you guys want a lure lock sticker, let me know. Do have a 20% off coupon here. Looks like it says use the code SAVE20 with a capital S. That may save you 20% on lurelock.com. But the cool thing about lure lock boxes, if you guys have never been anywhere where you can check out the lure lock boxes, they have a gel in the bottom of their boxes called Tac Logic Gel. It actually will hold the stuff in there. Here's a memory card. I'm going to stick that thing there. You can see that it holds it. And it doesn't leave a residue on there. I'm running a $3,000 video camera. I'm not going to put this in my camera if it leaves a residue. Trust me, it's not going to. These things are phenomenal. The cool thing about this is that this is the exact same height basically as a 1.5 or a smaller crankbait, or any kind of crankbait really. So you can load these babies up with crankbaits, and they do not take up a huge amount of space in your boat because they're half as thin. Love these things. Check out Lure Lock. They are the sponsor for this episode tonight. Forgot to put the banner up, but there it is. LureLock.com. Get locked down. Let's see. Give away some of them. So let's do this. If you're talking about the Lure Lock boxes, I'll do it. Coming up soon, we have a giveaway coming up for Jacob Crappy Use page. When you see that, I will give away a Lure Lock box for that that giveaway. So that'll be coming up very soon. We're going to partner with that. We got a lot of stuff coming out. EcoPro Tungsten is a big time helper sponsor of him. And he will be giving those away on his page. We'll be doing a major drive like I'm doing right now on that. I will throw in a Lure Lock box as well. They're super nice. Scott Black, got you a sticker, bud. I got all kinds of stickers. I got plenty. I'll get you hooked up. They are nice boxes. And Jeff, like I said, I got plenty of stickers. Literally, I have 1,000 Lure Lock stickers. They sent it to me the very first time when I got hooked up with this stuff. So I will definitely give you. Guys, I have Shimano stickers. I have OnAnotherLine stickers. I know a lot of people, Chris Morrow and a few of you guys out there, have wondered about the OnAnotherLine hats, want to know where you can order them, and if you can order them. I am happy to tell you that I have hats on order. They're going to be these Richardson 112 hats. They're going to be just a standard trucker snapback, but they're going to be gray, heather gray, just like this, but the mesh is going to be white. Going to have a large Lure Lock. Yeah, no, I'm not going to use theirs because that would be copyright infringement, and I don't want to get sued. I'm going to put the OnAnotherLine logo here, and on the side here, it's going to say in red, lean on them, just like my other hats. So those will be available for purchase. I'm looking right now. I'm not making a quarter off from them. It's going to be about $20 a piece, I think, plus shipping. If you don't live around here, I will be having them up on here so you guys can give an order, and I will send them to you as well. Ryan Collins, what's up, buddy? Give away an Adrena, preferably to me. No, sorry, I'm not doing that. I am not going to give away my personal Adrenas because I love them too much, and you know that. You are one sneaky feller. I see you out there. Great question, Chris. Does it collect trash? How do you clean them out? So very, very, very good question there. Does it collect trash? It can. Is it something that you buy? So first and foremost, when I started looking into Lure Lock, I had this mentality in my head that said, like those sticky hands that you would get out of the quarter machine when you're a kid, or maybe your kids are getting now, you would sling those babies out and they'd stick to the wall. And about 35 seconds into owning one of those things, it would look like that you needed a hepatitis shot because that thing was so gross looking. I'm here to tell you that this is not the way. It does collect trash. If I pack them around when I'm going around pond hopping and things. But the great thing about it is cleaning them out cannot be any more simple. Open the boxes out, take your lures out, use some mild detergent, just a couple drops. You don't need to lather or saturate it with soap. couple drops of mild detergent and some water. You're going to rub it in there with your fingers really good, get it all saturated, and that will release the stuff that's on the Tacologic gel. And then when you actually let it dry, turn the box upside down. Don't use a hair dryer or anything to it. Just let it air dry. When it gets totally dry, it will be just as sticky as the day that you bought the box. And as far as I know, it doesn't take anything away from the top of the thing. So, like, I always have people say, well, 5 years from now, 5 months from now, if I clean this thing 3 or 4 times, I'm just going to have a plastic box because that Tacologic gel goes away. I don't think that's the case. So that's the answer to your question. Hopefully that helps you out. Yeah, if you're talking about the lure lock box, I'm giving a one-way here soon, Jeff, so stick around on that. Sell my waypoints. So, dude, like, I'll sell you every waypoint I got. You're not going to catch fish on them because I don't catch fish. Like, that's just the way it goes. I wish I could. I was working with Angler for a while to do a waypoint thing with them, and they and it kind of like faded out. They had a cool thing going on where you could sell trips and stuff. I was just going to give mine away for free because, again, guys, I'm not a pro. I go out there and catch fish about once every 40 times I'm out, and that's because I'm somebody else's boat. But anyway, wish I could. Wish I had waypoints to sell. Ryan, I am kicking around the idea of fishing the KBNs. Jacob Crapu, the guy that's been on my show for the past couple weeks, is one of the directors, I believe, for one of the KBN districts or the regions, and he's wanting me to join with that as a co-angler. And I haven't really I haven't, thrown it out of the ballpark, but I am kind of leery about it because I love fishing as a co-angler, but I hate just traveling the night before and fishing that day and coming home, and that's what I would have to do a lot of this tournament. So maybe if you're fishing, I'll probably see you down there. Just wondering if Tackle Box still reels line putting line on reels. So they do have a machine up there. Let's see. I think it's man, to be honest with you, it's super cheap if you do mono. You will have less than $10 in doing probably every reel that you own. I'd say I think it's like 5 cents a yard or something. I could be wrong on that. It usually is on the Tackle Box open house days. It's a penny per yard, and they didn't do that this year. But I'm going to tell you, it's not going to break the bank, and to save yourself some time, definitely go up there and try it. You can also call up there, ask Greg. He'll be able to tell you right off the bat. Ryan, please do it. I need a guaranteed co. You can travel and practice with me if you want. So that's the thing, Ryan. Like, I want to do that, but most of those things are in they're Saturday tournaments, obviously, and a couple of them are in March and April, which are great fishing times, especially where you guys are going. You guys are going to Dale, and you're going down to I think you guys are where Cumberland, maybe, I think, but a couple of those tournaments there are right when I'm working. So the school district gives me 3 months off in the summer to do whatever I want to. They kind of look down upon it when I start trying to take days off during the week, to go fishing. So I would have to drive down Friday night late, get there whatever time. I get off work at 3:30, so it's about a 5-hour drive or a 4-hour drive from here to Dale for me. So I would have, I'd be getting there 7, 8 o'clock at night, grabbing some sleep, going out, hopping in a boat, knowing nothing about it. So I'm still kind of kicking around the idea. If I could travel and fish, absolutely, I would sign me up. Let's see. So a couple of other updates. Talk to you guys about Lure Lock. Again, we're going to talk about the 5 hottest baits that we're selling at the Tackle Box, but I want to give a shout out to you guys to say thank you guys very much for anybody that went out and hit the link to vote for me for the YOLO Tech video of the year. Again, if you guys were watching last week, I told you guys that it was kind of a popularity contest. I'm just now building my followers. The guys that was joining, that one had like a DJ page, and he had a really good video, don't get me wrong, but he had like people sharing it out the wazoo, and he absolutely obliterated me, which is fine. I do want to say thank you guys very much out there that actually voted for me and thought my video was the best of the best for the year, which is a high honor. I finished second place in a video contest for a company that literally makes a powered GoPro mount that pretty much every boat on the country has on their boat, which is cool. All the pros and things. But I do want to say thanks to your hard work and effort, scored another free YOLO Tech Power Stick Pro or Power Stick 53 inch. Makes the second one I own. Here's the first one that I've owned. This is a Gen 1. This thing has been through it. You can see that I'm missing a handle here. This thing has absolutely been through it. I've captured a lot of cool stuff on this, but I did get that. I got a hat, fishing shirt, and a buff from them. I want to thank Yolatech and thank you guys for voting for my video. It means a lot. Just broke that one, no big deal. All right, real quick, before we start talking about fishing and wintertime fishing, talked about lure lock a second ago. How many times have you guys out there been like, man, I wish I could put all my crankbaits in one box and have a way to sort them out so I can see them? Well, Lure Lock also makes a deep box here. This is one of my other favorite boxes, and we'll talk about a lot of stuff you can do with this thing. But as you open this thing up, there are compartments in here that come out. So there's one compartment. Here is a secondary compartment. And then there's TacLogic gel in the bottom of that. And each one of these compartments, there's TacLogic gel in here. So what I use this thing for is, this is a brand new one that I'm going to be putting in my boat very soon. But this thing's going to have like shallow diving crankbaits here, medium runners in the bottom, and then deep diving crankbaits in the bottom. But there's another cool thing that you can do with this actual box. Anything that you carry on your boat, whether that be tools of any kind, you can have your own toolbox here, and your tools will stick to the TacLogic. You go out there in some rough waves and stuff, the box will bounce around, but the tools inside there will not. But this is another really cool project or product. There we go. That's what word I'm looking for. From Lure Lock. Let's see. Craig's Creek and Ryan's already commented that. Northern Kentucky. That is up, I think, around, I guess that would be around Indiana, up around, man, boys, I ain't gonna lie to you. Since I had COVID, my brain is a foggy mess. Anyway, Tanner's Creek, that's the word I'm trying to think to. Corey Weaver in the house. What's up, buddy? Greg Barnes. I caught, let's see. So, yeah, so the catch weigh release, took me a second to understand what you're talking about there, Greg. But yeah, so the catch weigh release thing, it does have its advantages. And I did see the BFL on Dale last year that you're talking about, where all the fish was dead. And I get that. I'm a huge, I'm an advocate for tournament fishing because that's what I love to do. I did take a break from it last year just for the simple fact is it got too crazy on me. But I am with you. I think the catch weigh release does have its advantages, but I think having to have a marshal in your boat, and you can't really fish two people out of there with a marshal on the boat. And I think if they would open it up to where the co-angler or the boater could weigh the fish and, sign for the weights, I think it would make it a lot better. That way you wouldn't have to have a marshal in there. You're kind of the same way with that if you are fishing a tournament anyway, right? So if you go in there and you draw one of your buddies on a fishing tournament in one of these big tournaments, who's to say that you guys can't swap fish and somebody win the boater side of it and just split the money? So, they need to trust anglers a little more, in my opinion, and give them a little more leeway to do that. But I'm with you. I think that the catch weigh release is a lot, is a very good way to go. Very, very much. Oh shit! Oh, he must be talking about the Ohio River. Did you guys ever see the video where KVD's like, what's your favorite? Somebody asked him, what's your favorite body of water to fish? And he says, St. Clair. You can catch smallmouth in there any time of the year. Sometimes it gets a little tough, but you can always go out and catch them. And he said, what's your least favorite body of water to fish? And then he immediately says the Ohio River, which if he says it, that is legit. So really quick, Aaron Strickland in the house. What's up, buddy? We need to start prepping Matthew very soon. I want to have an all high school or younger angler talk show. I want to be the host. I want to ask questions from the viewers, have Matthew and people his age. If he's got some buddies that get on here, I can have up to 10 people at a time, just like the past few weeks. Get on here, see the fishing world from a younger angler's perspective would mean a lot to me. And I'm sure it will mean a lot to them. Matter of fact, I think that Corey Weaver is actually going to help Nicholas out from the last show when he's on there, hook him up with some JB's fish sauce, which is good. Mark Hickey. Strick, you heard him, man. So I'm looking at next week. I'm doing a show. Probably going to have Glenn Walker on from Lure Lock. I'm also going to have I'm going to have Jonathan from the Better Boat on very soon. We're going to be talking about some boat cleaning products and stuff that he has coming out, and some groups of products that you may be interested in. So I'll keep you posted, keep you in a loop, and you guys will see that. Quick update on the Tackle Box open house there a couple weeks ago. I saw a lot of you guys out there. Those of you guys that were out there coming up, hey man, I enjoy your videos. I see your videos all the time. Thank you very much. It means a lot. It means more than you ever know that you guys are out there watching, and it is a good time creating these videos. I will always continue to produce these videos just for the simple fact that it's something I like to do. I like to meet you guys. I like to fish, and I love to learn. So that's what this is all about. 5 best-selling baits for the Tackle Box that I saw going out the door. Excuse me. And these are in no particular order. These are just baits that I saw flying off the shelves and people buying. Number one, the biggest selling bait that I saw all weekend was, I know you guys can't see this really well, but this is a Rapala OG Slim series. This is an Ott's Garage balsa bait. And it looks like a lot of the custom-made lures that you're seeing from these balsa people that are making these things as customs. It's balsa, so there's no rattle, obviously. Does have the circuit board lip, gives you a little bit of more diving action, a little bit thinner profile there. Takes less to get down in the water column. The two hottest collars that I saw was Root Beer Crawl and Red Crawl. Red Crawl sold out before the tournament, or before they actually even had them. They put them on the shelf the day before. They sold them out before the actual Tackle Box open house even started. So that was a Red Crawl. This is a shad pattern. I picked it up because it was the last of them, and I liked the collar. Again, no particular order. Next bait that was a really hot seller was the Power Bait Flatworm. If you guys have not been on the Flatworm, train here over the past couple, year or so, these are really good drop shot baits. I could say you could use them for anything else. You might be able to throw them on a shaky head or whatever, but they have max scent on them. They're awesome baits. Picked up, I had the black ones. I picked up these natural shad ones for St. Clair coming up here in a couple months. This was a really hot bait at the Tackle Box as well. So that's what I hear, man. I hear that dude, if you're talking about Nicholas, I heard that he was an absolute hammer. Ryan, I've had that bait for almost a year now. I'll tell you right now, it flat out catches them. Really? I thought they were something brand new, man. Shows how much I know. Rapala is easily one of my favorite hard baits. I'm from the old school days when I called them Rapalas. Like they're still Rapalas to me. But I learned over the this past summer, the guy who owns the company or is the CEO of the company, he says, "Look, I don't care what you call them as long as you buy them," which makes sense. But he says it's actually pronounced Rapala, but I don't care. So I hope it does. I think it's going to be a flat out fish catcher, especially on the river and things like that. Yeah, I agree, man. I got to talk to Nick last weekend or 2 weekends ago at the Tackle Box, and the kid, first off, I know the kid can catch him. I've heard it from a lot of people, but he's a super nice kid, dude. I'm super glad that I got to meet him. Proud to be sponsoring him and the entire Louisa High School Bass Club. Love seeing up and coming youth and future of the sport. That's really cool. And again, guys, if you guys are just now joining, I have a giveaway going on right now. 6 winners, 6 different winners. I'm going to post a link down here again. If you guys check that out, I don't care if you leave right now and go check it out and come back. But I'm giving away some JB's Fish Sauce. I'm giving away this Shimano hat right here. I'm giving away 2 10-packs of Ned rigs, Ned heads. And that's going to be, again, given to 6 different people, different ones, randomly drawn. Hit that link. Next bait that was sold really hot at the Tackle Box, the Jackhammer doesn't need an introduction. This is a Z-Man Jackhammer chatterbait. This is the Fire Crawl collar. Fire Crawl has been super, super tough to get your hands on over the past couple years. Greg at the Tackle Box, up until this week, I haven't been up there this week, so I can't tell you, had a pile of these things. Last week, sold these things for $15.99. That's $2 less than it normally is. They're now back up to $17.99 there, but he does have plenty of them. And then last, let's see, I guess that was, that's 3. saw a ton of Greg's spinner baits going out the door. This is a 1/2 ounce willow leaf. I do have a Gamakatsu trailer hook on there. It didn't come like this. Saw a lot of these going out the door. Greg and the people at the tackle box make some of the best spinner baits on the planet. Price is right at $5 a piece, so they are really tough to beat. The very last bait I want to talk to you about that I don't even have here in my hands, I didn't pick any of them up, was the Big Daddy Baits Booger Spin, which is what Chris Malone won the Toyota Series Championship on Cumberland on. They have several of them. Malone's Magic is what Malone won the tournament on. And there is a blaze orange color now. It looks like it's going to be fire too. But they do have both of those, as far as I know, at the tackle box, unless they've sold out already. So those are the 5 hottest selling baits that I saw going out the door at the tackle box. We sold a lot of rods, sold a lot of reels that we had. The tackle box just got in 250 new Shimano and G-Limits rods the other day. He had a 822 shaky head rod and 822 drop shot rod NRX, which are 2 fire rods. Definitely go check those out. Ton of Adrenas, a huge selection of IMX Pros. He's got them there. Do have a lot of reels in stock. He has a Stella up there. If you're looking for the upper echelon of reels, he has had that one up there. He got a couple in terraces in. There's a ton of reels up there. You guys know I'm a Shimano guy. That's all I can speak to you about. But he has over 13 or 1,400 rods in stock. He will be able to hook you up with whatever you need. All right, so they came out in December. Probably sent some to our company for us to do a review on them, and it's insanely good. Dude, send me an application to your company. I need to get the hookup on some pre-release baits. Is it you and Kevin Baxter in cahoots or what? So again, I posted that link down there. If you guys want to check them out, hit that link. I'd appreciate it. Enter my competition. You can check out the pinch of garlic link going to JB's Fish Sauce once a day. That will gain you an entry every day. You go over there and pick up some of that pinch of garlic. I would appreciate it. So would Corey Weaver and the folks there at JB's Fish Sauce, but I do have some left to give away. First and more. Dude, shoot me the deets. OAL Fishing Show at gmail.com. OAL Fishing Show at gmail.com. There it is in the comments right there. OnAnotherLine Fishing Show at gmail.com. I'll get that. Check it out. Might be something that I maybe will help you out with. Anyway, back to wintertime fishing. First and foremost, if you're in the, let's start with fishing tournaments. We're in a situation, sorry about that, was very, very, there was no couth there in that situation, but we've been talking about fishing tournaments, and the fishing season is upon us. Guys, if you're in my area, we had 6 inches of snow and 2 inches of ice last week. It was 62 degrees in my area, and I wanted to go outside and lay in the yard. I was so happy. So happy. There's a fishing tournament this Sunday. Yep, this Sunday on Cave Run. If you are a member of the Lewis County Lunkers, you guys will be fishing there on Sunday as long as it's not iced up. I think Brandon Buckner's heading down there tomorrow to check out the lake and see if it is ice. If it is ice, they're going to have to push it back, I'm sure. But if not, you guys want to enter, you can go down there and fish it. It is going to be at, I think it's the Alfie. Am I saying that right? Alfrey ramp, 9 to 3. And I don't know. I may join them if it's not iced up down there. Which I saw a picture of Cedar Creek today in Lexington and around Lexington, and it had a skim of ice over it. I'm not interested in pitching a 1/4 ounce or 3/4 ounce jig to get through the ice. Not interested. Just go south. Yeah, Aaron. I need to see some of those big hammers you caught down there in the south, down in Florida. I've been seeing them. Been seeing them a lot. So come on, Mark, bud. That's not too far from you, bud. Just hop on, head on down to the Cave Run Lake is where they're at, and sack them up, man. It's going to be a cold one. I ain't gonna lie to you. But they're interested in fishing. They're going to, as long as the ice is not locked down or iced up. That's right. Punch it. You're gonna be the old 3/4 ounce or 1 ounce punch rig. Not allowed, man. I don't know. Aaron and Mark got this little bro fit going on there. All right, so I want to know. Drop your comments in the comments here. I want to know what your absolute favorite wintertime bait is. I can't get over a black and blue jig. A jerk bait is really fire for me. I throw a jerk bait from so when I throw it in the summertime too, especially for smallmouth, but in the area of largemouth, I throw a jerk bait from when the water temperature gets to about 45, going down or cooling down, all the way through this fall, winter, into the spring until the water gets to about 45, 50 degrees, and then I don't throw it as much. But I saw a Zona show about, it's been 10 years ago maybe. He was fishing a warm water discharge pond at an electric plant. I don't even know how he got access to do that. I'm sure he knows people that knows people, but he dropped his boat in this warm water it's not a cooling plant. It's a discharge pond for this water plant. And the water temperature was like really warm compared to where he's at. There's like a foot of snow everywhere and the water had steam rising off from it. But he had a really cool thing that I think is funny because I say it every time: jerk, check your email. That's my style when it comes to a jerk bait. Get that thing moving and go over and tweet your buddy. Check out a couple TikTok videos, and then jerk it a couple more times. Those of you guys that are out there that are drinkers, somebody put it into perspective for me the other day pretty good. He's like, take you a couple shots, it's shot, and then drink you a beer. So you mellow out there a little bit. Same with a jerk bait. What in the heck, dude? No clue what happened there. Oh, there it is. Sorry. Glitched out. Mark Hickey said black blue jig, A-rig, get that. Football head jig. I'm with you there, Ryan. Same deal, blue. Blade bait, you talk about like I guess you're talking about a silver buddy type style blade bait. I can get that too. That's crazy, Jeff. I drove all over the place today too. I come by, what is it, Snowden there in Jackson. Did have some snow on it as well, so I'm hoping they can get out there. Bites or numbers, Ohio River, Tennessee. Well, that's a very good question. I guess all numbers are bites, so I'm going to go with what you have the most confidence in the wintertime. What do you want to get? Because I feel like there are some big baits, big bass baits, and I get where you're saying. Like I think jigs just catch bigger fish for some reason. I don't know why. No clue why. But one of the biggest fish I've ever caught in my life in the wintertime was on a Boom Boom Plus Fred Rubanus underspin that looks like a spinner bait. It's just a swim jig with a Colorado leaf blade underneath it. Caught one 6 pounds at Grayson on it. Really, really good bait, but I don't find that I catch a lot of small fish on it. It's kind of like, almost like a glide bait for me. If I'm going to go out and hog hunt, that's what I'm going to throw. I may be one of the only people in the boat with Hickey when he caught a fish on the crankbait. So, yeah, we all know, if you guys have been watching the past couple of weeks, that Mark Hickey does not like to throw a crankbait, which is, man, I think I'm just going to call a spade a spade. You're a weirdo, dude. Like, you're a weirdo. No crankbaits. Like, that's almost like saying you're not going to use a night crawler when you're bluegill fishing or something. I don't know. Jig, jerkbait, crankbait. Digging that. Mike, what's up, buddy? Still old school. Number 5 at Rapala Shatter Apps Balsa for winter. 8-pound fluorocarbon on a spinning rod. Look, I Ot Defoe in the house. I think that's Ot Defoe's style, and he catches a fire out of him. So I don't get that. Mark, I'm just playing with you, but you are a weirdo. Anyway, I have just recently purchased a couple new rods for my arsenal, and I didn't think I would ever get here. And those of you guys out there that are addicted to, I had a guy tell me one time when I was playing music that I had gas, G-A-S, and I thought that was something I ate. And he said, nope, gas means gear acquisition syndrome. We as musicians don't play to make money. We play to buy more gear, which makes, same way with fishing. I never thought I'd get to the point where I said, okay, I'm done buying rods. But right now, there are 2 more rods that I want to buy, and I will be done forever. Unless I break one or something like that, which God forbid, fishing Shimano G-Looms, that doesn't happen that often. But if it does, I'll just replace them. Right now, I need a big moving bait rod. So I'm thinking about the 7.4 heavy Poison Adrena. They made a moving bait rod. It's going to be good for A-rigs and glide baits and big fish baits like something like a mag draft with a big giant 10-aught monster owner hook in there or something that you can really drive that thing home. And the other rod that I'm going to buy is going to be the Drop Shot NRX spinning rod. And after that, I'm done. That puts me at about 25 combos, which is ridiculous. But those are the two rods that I'm after, and those are going to be the two rods that I grab a hold of. Yeah, so that's it. So one of them is NRX. That's the 822S DSR drop shot rod. Took me a while to figure that out. If you guys are ever out there, and it took me a while to school myself on this, I actually had to ask. NRX has an 822 SYR, and they have an 822 drop shot rod. Well, one of the things that you have to think about in Loomis rods is that the different series, like SYR is a shaky head rod, and a DSR is a drop shot rod. JWR is a jigworm rod. SWR, or I think it's SBR, swim bait rod. There's a lot of different ones. Crankbait rods, CBR, all these things have different tapers. They have different modulus graphites. They have different makeup and layouts of the rods. So you have to take into consideration, for example, like a 6-power crankbait rod is nowhere near a 6-power JWR. They're two totally different blanks, two totally different actions. And a 6-power and a crankbait rod will not get you home if you're going to be pitching and flipping with it. I promise you. But the 822 JWR, I'm sorry, 822 drop shot rod and the shaky head rod, the difference between the two is that they're the same length, obviously, and they are the same power of a 2-power, but the drop shot rod is a different makeup, and it has just a slight bit more power than the drop shot rod. Chris, I get it, buddy. 20 plus rod and still looking. And I don't know, like, I find myself all the time, like right now, I have a lot of content specific rods. I have a lot of versatile rods. We talked about, I talked to a couple of people this past weekend at the Tackle Box about versatile rods or versatility as opposed to content specific. And I can see where both has their advantages. I would recommend that anybody that's ever had the ability to fish one or has the ability to buy one or afford one, I think if you're going to be fishing bottom contact baits like a jig or a Texas rig or Ned rig or drop shot, something that's going to be on the bottom, NRX is the way to go, hands down. They're the most sensitive rods I've ever had in my hand. I prefer them over a Conquest. Some people tell me I'm stupid, but I do. All my bottom specific rods are either the NRX line or the Poison Adrena. My biggest thing is that I want that 7.4 moving bait, the large moving bait rod, and it's a 7.4 heavy Poison Adrena. But I have a hard time spending the money. You know, it's $355 for the rod, and you know I'm going to probably put a 300 Corrado on there or a 200 Tranks, something that's got a lot of drag to it. Something I can put a lot of line on because I'm going to be throwing an A-rig on there and stuff. But how often am I going to be throwing those baits around here? Not often. I might throw them 20 times a year. And it's really tough for me to pick those things up. So I hate to spend $500+ on a rig that I may be throwing for, you know, a couple times a day when I go out. However, knowing how nice those rods are, it's tough for me not to buy it also. That's one thing I'm kind of like in this balance. And the NRX drop shot rod is one of the most absolute phenomenal rods on the planet. It is that good. So I have the 894 flip pitch. I have the 894 JWR NRX. Love it. Absolute best flipping and pitching rod on the planet. I have it paired up with a Chronarch MGL, and it is a stellar rod and reel. As a matter of fact, you can actually see it right. Let's see. Let's fire this baby up. Find out where that's at. Perfect. Yeah, right here. Perfect. So that rod right there is a NRX 894 JWR. Phenomenal. Yes, Mark, they do have a lifetime warranty against manufacturer defects. NRX or Loomis. So Shimano, not a lot of people know this, but Shimano owns G Loomis. They've owned it for about 25 years, bought it off of Gary Loomis. And I haven't done my research, but somebody told me over the weekend, 2 weekends ago, that Gary Loomis had cancer a few years ago, and that's why he sold out. I can't, don't hold me to that. I haven't done any research or anything. I haven't fact checked that for you guys out there on Facebook, but I was told that. So Loomis, Shimano owns Loomis. Shimano has a 1 year warranty against manufacturer defects. You break one, setting the hook, and it's something that the rod was deal, or you have a guide break or the rod seat or anything like that, reel seat, anything like that within the first year, it is no questions replaced on the Shimano side. G Loomis has a limited lifetime warranty. Now, though, I do want to mention that the newer rods that are coming out has a serial number imprinted on the blank. You must register your rods to get the limited lifetime warranty on that against manufacturer defects. If you are not the original owner, or are the original owner and can't prove you're the owner or original owner, then the warranty is going to be void. So by all means, please, if you buy any kind of Loomis product, inside the little trifold thing that's on the rod, open it up. There's a QR code in there. If you've never used a QR code, guys, pretty much all cell phones on the planet anymore, if you open up the camera app on your phone, point it towards that QR code, there'll be a ribbon at the top that takes you to a website. When you click on that, it'll take you to exactly where you need to go. They do have a lifetime warranty on them against manufacturer defects. You set the hook on a fish, it breaks, and you're like, wow, that shouldn't have happened. You call them up, they'll be like, yep, we're gonna warranty it out. You ship them the rod back, they take a look at it, they determine it's a manufacturer defect, they send you the same rod back to you. However, they do have a thing called the expediter service. So if you have an expediter service on any Loomis rod and you call them up and be like, hey, I'm fishing a BFL at Gunnersville, I'm down here for the next 5 days. I broke an NRX 894, and I don't care how you break it. You can slam it in your car door. You can step it on the rod deck. You can put it in the cleat of your boat, and it breaks. You can call them up and say, hey, I have this G Loomis NRX, which is a $575 rod. I have this G Loomis NRX that I've broken the tip off from. I'd like to use the expediter service. And what they'll do is, I think they charge you $125. I think, and maybe $150. It did raise a little bit. Let's just say at the max, it used to be $150 for the Conquest. We'll just say that it's $150. You call them up, say, hey, I got this rod. I'm in Gunnersville. I'm going to be here. I'm going to need this thing fishing. You don't even have to be fishing a tournament. You can be out fun fishing with your family. I'm in Gunnersville. I'm at this address. You pay them the $150 over the phone. They overnight ship you the same rod from wherever it's at in the United States to where you're at. And all you do is take your broken rod, put it back in that tube, which is already prepaid shipping, put it back in there, give it back to the mail handler, and they send it back. So, if you overnight a rod, something that big, it's going to be $100 probably to ship that thing. So basically you're paying $50 plus shipping, which is a great deal. So yes, to answer that question, lifetime warranty against manufacturer defects on the Loomis side of things. But again, I do want to mention that this is for the original owner only now. And I can't speak for the older rods. The older rods, they don't have that anymore. They don't have, only thing on the older rods is they had 2-digit codes that would tell you the month and the year that it was made. That's just a batch quantity for those guys. They can see how many were broken from those batches, because again, the Loomis side of things, another thing that kind of stands out for me is that the Loomis side of things has a one-by-one handmade here in the United States in Washington State by people like you and me, which is really cool. All the stuff there comes in. You do have that one-to-one thing there, but you're also going to have some handmade errors there. Sometimes there's bubbles in the graphite that they use, or maybe there's a lot of different things that come into play, and it's not just human error, but we are human. Stuff happens. So that's why the warranty is so good on that, is the fact that if it's a manufacturer defect, something that shouldn't have happened on the rod, then they're going to replace it, no questions asked. It may take you a couple weeks to get the things back. Matter of fact, Brandon Buckner, a guy I know who is one of the guys from the Lewis County Lunkers, broke an E6X a few months ago. Called him up. They were like, hey, we don't make that rod anymore, but we're going to send you whatever E6X you want. But he was told by the guy from Shimano that E6X rods were like back ordered until July or something, June or July, which is crazy. Micah, how did I get with G Loomis and Shimano? Want a nice sponsor. You're 100% right, dude. So how did I get with it? Long story short, I am not sponsored. Well, I am and I'm not. The people at G Loomis and Shimano have no idea who I am. And it's not because I didn't try or haven't tried. But what I did was, and what I'd recommend anybody doing in the situation, if you want to try to get hooked up with any rod or reel manufacturer, is first off, promote what you like, promote what you fish. And that's something that I've been doing for the past 10 years. I've fished Shimano for a long time. And I've told you guys on the past shows that I kind of strayed off and I fished Quantum for a couple of years and I absolutely hated it. I hated the product quality and stuff. And I had Shimano along with my Quantum stuff. And I just found myself going back to Shimano more often than not. So what I did was I developed a relationship with my local dealer here, Greg Drown's Tackle Box. So I was going in, showing my face. I was helping him try to sell some things. Most sponsorships when it comes to this is that people want to know what you can do for the company. There is 9,000 people that send them an email every day. Hey, I want to get sponsored. I fish 3 tournaments a year and I own a Ranger or a Nitro or a Bass Cat. Sponsor me. Everybody's out there with their hand out, including me at one point. I'm not knocking anybody. I did the exact same thing. I'm not sponsored fully by hardly anybody, guys. I do get some help out here. A lot of times, a lot of stuff I buy is on a discount only. But I did create an account or created a really nice relationship with Greg Drown, the owner at the Tackle Box, over the past 10 years. Through that, I was introduced to some of the right people at the right time that are repping Shimano and told them what I had to offer. And they gave me an offer to be, I guess, affiliated. We won't even call it sponsored. Affiliated with Shimano and G Loomis through my local shop, which is the Tackle Box. And that's how it happened, man. Long story short, a lot of hard work, a few YouTube videos later, 10 plus million YouTube views over the past 10 years, and a lot of hard work and dedication. But my advice to you is find a local shop that sells and that promotes the stuff that you like fishing. Go in and create a really nice relationship with those people, because in the grand scheme of things, sponsorship for anything, whether that be for fishing or racing or whatever, it's going to be how much sales you can drive to their website. They don't care about you. They don't care that you catch fish. They don't care that you make YouTube videos or you fish tournaments. It's all about the bottom line and how much you can convert into sales for them. And it doesn't really matter how much sales you make for them. It's really good if you can convert into sales. But the biggest thing is creating things that drive people to want to check these products out and potentially turn into sales. There's Brandon Buckner, all E6 till June. There we go. What about arc rods, man? I don't know. I saw that Weta was just picked up a bunch of them. I will tell you, man, I think it was before we met through the show. Dude, I took an absolute tongue lashing by a bunch of people in our area here. I was given an arc rod, given one. My buddy fishes Shimano and G Loomis. He said, I won this arc rod through a competition on another fishing show on Facebook, randomly put my name in there, won the thing. They sent it to me. I like it. It's a really nice rod, but I'm not going to fish it. He said, I've got 25 other Shimano and G Loomis rods. I'm not going to fish it. How about you give it away to somebody on your show? I said, man, that's a great idea. So we promoted it, made a big time deal about it. Hey, we're giving away this fishing rod. It's going to sit in my corner over here. I'm not going to fish it. You guys are never going to see it, but I'd like to give it away to somebody that likes to fish, that really doesn't care about their equipment, or maybe they do fish arc rods. I don't care, but I got a huge amount of backlash over that, man. Like my Shimano rep called me on the telephone one day and he's like, dude, he said, you have stirred up a hornet's nest. I was like, what did I do, man? He's like, you didn't do anything wrong. He said, I can understand where you're just trying to give the rod away. He said, it is what it is. He said, but God, he's like, I've had people call me that really don't even know you, that know I'm affiliated with this. And it was a giant deal. It was a giant ordeal. So long story short, I would say arc rods are really good, but I don't know much about them. Yeah, so I saw Weta had a ton of them on his boats, but you did see what reels he had, right? Had 5 Metaniums, which, my God, they're the best. They're the most wicked reels on the planet. Hands down, best. My favorite reels on the planet. Hands down, no doubt. He had the old, I think he had some Corrado DCs, had the Corrado MGL 70s. I mean, he knows what's up. Rods and reels, they come and go, man. It is. But I see a lot more people fishing Shimano. There's a lot of people fishing Lew's out there. KVD and stuff has his line and stuff up. And that's the cool thing about fishing. Like you'll never hear me dog another fishing brand, because it's not about the brands that you're out there using, guys. It's all about the fish you're catching and how you're catching the fish. I could care less if you're fishing lures. I love it if you fish Shimano and G Loomis. That's because that's what I fish. But like I said last show, guys, I've been to a tournament where I've had $10,000 worth of rods laying on the deck, and I got beat by a guy throwing a Zebco 33 and a purple cream worm. It just happens, and that's the cool thing about it. Yeah, Chris, like I said, it was a big deal. And it was something I really don't even like to rehash, because it was like there was 3 or 4 days where I was like deleting posts and like banning people from my channel. Like I felt, and luckily it's not near that bad, but I was like, I felt like I'd done something like, it was weird, but finally it calmed down. I banned a lot of those people out of here. Like there was people in my area that were just calling me out for stuff that was weird, and like claiming that they were big time fishermen. And I've fished tournaments in this area for 20 years, and I've never seen hardly any of these people in my area fishing tournaments. So I don't know what it was all about, but it was a wild deal. But I'm glad all that's over, and I've moved on and past that, which is cool. Eric. So first off, didn't you tell me that Eric was, or who was it? Was it Eric that you was telling me that has all the Shimano stuff? So I want to go out and catch a fish on a Snoopy rod. I want to do it. Matter of fact, guys, if you missed the show we did 2 years ago, that was a huge hit. I'm going to do that again. We bought 10 Elsa snow, or frozen rods. Picked them up cheap on Amazon. They were clearancing them out. I think we paid $5 or $8 a piece for them. We bought every one that they had. Josh and I rode around and gave them to kids playing in playgrounds and stuff. It was a huge hit, man. It was so much fun. We're going to do that again for sure. Randy, what's up, buddy? Do you like the SLX series? I do like the SLX series. I like the rods a lot. For the price point, you're getting a stellar rod for that price. The reels, man. So there was a green series Corrado that everybody went crazy for. There's still people that use them today. And that was the reason that people still fish them and love them back in the day, because they're bulletproof. And the reason they're bulletproof is that because you have a really nice rigid frame, and you have brass gears, and you have a lot of different things that make them bulletproof. Well, the SLX series right now is basically what the old green Corrados used to be. And again, you've heard me mention a lot of times, you have Shimano is a trickle down company. So like, for example, on the spinning reel side, you had the biggest, baddest person on the planet, which is a Stella. They still are the grand poobah of all spinning reels as far as the freshwater side of things, in my opinion. You had a lot of things in there like micro module gearing. You had a long stroke spool. There's a lot of different things, and it's trickled down now. You can get those micro module 2 gearings and a long stroke spool in Vanford for $229 now. The Stella is $700, so it trickles down. SLX, you're getting the same things you got in the old green Corrados, which made them bulletproof. You're getting the brass gears and things that makes them really popular. If I were going to give you some advice on what reels to buy in the SLX series, the SLX series of reels is really phenomenal. But you step up to the SLX XT, which has an external brake adjustment, as well as the SLX DC. They are, in my opinion, far and beyond better than the SLX series. If I was going to look at a reel in that SLX line, I would definitely look at the SLX XT. There's a lot of pros that are fishing Shimano actually going to that because they're bulletproof, and they have a lot of the same features that you're seeing in these really high-end reels. That's what I said, man. I talked to you, Eric and I could be buddies. I'm sure of it. Love my Corrado reels. Rods have multiple brands. Tend to lean towards Casher mostly. I have old Loomis CBR that I really like. That's the cool thing, man. Like, there were times where I fished a lot of stuff that was, I had a couple custom rods that a guy built and sent to me. Hey, try these out. I did. Loved them. There are some rod manufacturers out there, and I'll be the first to admit, that do things better than others. For example, on the Shimano side, some of the stuff that I think they do better than others on the Shimano line is you're getting the Spiral X wrap. That's a huge beneficial thing for Shimano rods. If you were to take a rod, and it's really tough probably for you to see this, but this is a straw, this is a pin. And if you take a straw and you bend it, eventually it's going to, in the center, have a point where the internal structure breaks down, and it's going to collapse right in the center, just like a straw. That's exactly what happens with a fishing rod. The ability to have this this rod that is wrapped, keeps that from happening. It keeps the wall strength a lot thicker, or a lot thinner. It keeps it thinner, but keeps it more structural integrity. It also, if you want to get into the physics side of things, it cuts down on, word of the day, kids, torsional rigidity. That keeps all of your guides in one line so you can actually cast farther. Jacob Napier, what's up, buddy? Stationed down in North Carolina, can you tell me anything about fishing estuaries? Man, I'm not the guy to tell you about that. I think, I don't know. I think any bass bait would work. I don't know much about that stuff, so I can't give you any kind of help on that. Stationed down there in North Carolina. Thanks for your service, buddy. I appreciate it. So we are right now at that 1 hour mark. You guys know I like to keep it at 1 hour mark. Next week, we're going to have a new show coming at you where we're going to get all the people back on and have a quick roundabout thing. So I think I got a new idea for next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, we're going to have a game show of sorts where you guys can answer questions that we give you guys, and you guys can ask us questions and stuff. We're going to make this a huge deal. It's going to be fun. First and foremost, I'm going to post this comment one more time here. This is a link that you guys can copy and go over there and hit that link to enter a contest to win. Again, if you guys are just now here, a Shimano hat. I'm giving that away. I have 2 10-packs. So I'm going to give away 10 or 20 Ned rigs, Ned heads. So it's going to be 2 packs of 10 to 2 different people. I have 6 bottles of JB's fish sauce, the small spray. I think this is a 1 ounce. Sure it is, 1 ounce spray. So I have 6 bottles of those. I'm going to split those up into 3 different packages. I'm going to give those away. So there's going to be a total of 6 different winners. Go over and hit that link. You guys, there's no purchase necessary. You just have to click on those links. It'll take you to some websites. It'll take you to my Instagram page. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I'd appreciate it if you hit the follow button. It'll take you to my YouTube channel. If you guys are not following me on YouTube, I'd appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm posting new content, and you can see me catch dinks. And there's one that'll take you to my actual On Another Line Facebook page. You can follow that if you want. I'd appreciate that as well. One will take you to Jacob Crapuse fishing page, which he's been on my show the past couple of weeks. We're trying to get him some followers. He's actually a part of the Shimano and G Limas family now. We're going to be doing a giveaway on his page very, very soon. I've already got you guys, and I'll be giving away a lure lock box on there. So he's got some Eco Pro tungsten. He's got some Cal Coast stuff we're going to be talking about. There's going to be, his giveaway is probably going to be better than mine. But there's also a last link on that thing there that says visit jbsfishsauce.com to check out Pinch of Garlic. Pinch of Garlic is my signature blend that I've been working with Corey and the people at JB's Fish Sauce for the past few years to get just right, get it dialed in for what I want and what the fish want in this area, in my opinion. And you have the ability to pick that up. I did just get some really cool information from Corey that we're going to be doing the Pinch of Garlic in a jelly this year, which is going to be something really cool. A lot of people, when they're using JB's Fish Sauce, like to be able to physically see it on the bait. That's why a lot of people use the scent sticks and stuff that he has. We're doing a jelly this year in Pinch of Garlic. I'm also going to talk to him about making some scent sticks and Pinch of Garlic, so you guys are going to see that. I'm not getting paid a quarter for that, guys. I use it. I think it works. I think I have more often than not caught fish that I wouldn't have caught if I didn't have it. But you could actually click on that link every day to get another entry. I'm going to randomly generate 6 people. You guys are going to win this stuff. If you're not local to me, that's totally fine. I will get your information from you on the shipping. I'll ship it to you, whatever you win. And then I'm going to, if I ship it to you guys, I'm going to throw in a bunch of these stickers. I got some lure lock stickers. I got the tackle box stickers. I have On Another Line stickers. I have Shimano, you name it. I'll be throwing a care package in there for you guys as well. Stay tuned for the On Another Line hats. They will be coming out very soon. I ordered, let's see how many. I ordered 48 of them, and I literally dropped a load of money. I'm about, I don't know, man. Like, let me see here just to make sure I'm not telling you guys wrong. Yeah, I'm about $750 right now in some hats. These things are not cheap. The embroidery of them, the hats are fairly cheap, man. These things are really nice. These Richardson 112 hats are about $5 a piece, depending on how many you buy. Getting them embroidered is stupid expensive. It's like $10, $12 per hat. and it doesn't matter where you get it done, locally or whatever. If you guys out there know anybody that has an embroidery shop that would want to work with me, I'm okay. I don't care who does it. But again, they're going to look similar to this. This is a fire lure lock hat, man. I am so in love with this thing. It's going to be the exact same color on the front of this, white mesh on the side here. It's going to say lean on them in red letters. Again, this is going to be white. This is going to be heather gray, just like it is. A large OnAnotherLine hook, as well as OnAnotherLine logo on the bottom. I'll have those for sale very soon. Mitch, thank you for joining us, man. We're here live every Tuesday. Come on back, join us. Chris, I appreciate it, buddy. I know you've been asking for a hat. I will get you one in the mail for sure. You'll be the first person I send it to. First and foremost, again, I want to thank Glenn Walker. If you guys don't know him, go over and check out Glenn Walker Fishing on YouTube. He has a YouTube, on YouTube as well, but he actually has a really legit, like, I don't know how, I guess just the way it happens, having a YouTube channel that makes a lot of sense. And that's one of the biggest things about having something that, that people can find. Let's see his YouTube channel name. Let me find it here, just so I don't mess it up. His YouTube channel is Bass Fishing Videos. Yeah, you heard me. Like, that's like, that's like the all-knowing. Like, that's a perfect YouTube channel. I don't know how anybody on the planet didn't have that already. But anyway, Glenn Walker Fishing. Check him out on Facebook, YouTube. Thank you. Special thanks to Lure Lock. Appreciate the care package coming to mail today. I got 6 new Lure Lock boxes, including my favorite, absolute favorite on the planet, the thin box here. You can see these things are super thin. Just to give you an idea how thin they are before we go, I'll throw this Otts bait in here just to show you how fire they are. So you can see that is literally, it's almost, there's maybe a 3/8 of an inch gap there to the top of that thing. What I like about that is that, it's not going to beat around in there. I don't stack a bunch of crankbaits in there anyway, so it does keep it really, really, really compact and have more boxes and more space. Tack logic there as well. So anyway, I appreciate you guys being a part of the show. Thank you guys very much for those of you guys that voted for my video for YOLOtech. Again, if you guys missed it, I have a brand new YOLOtech Power Stick 53-inch. Thanks to you guys out there. Thanks to Christian Corley from YOLOtech. I appreciate you letting me be a part of your company. And it's something really cool, man. If you guys don't have a Power Stick, you should definitely check it out. It is so here, this is a Gen 1. Again, there's a handle here to, trust me, I've destroyed this thing. It's been really crazy. But what happens is you plug this into your navigation port on your boat. This thing does have some cam locks on it. This thing will extend out to 53 inches. If it is all the way down like this, it is rated 70 mile an hour plus. Trust me, it's higher than that. I've been on boats 80 mile an hour with this thing. It's not going to go anywhere. But at the extended, I think the rating is about 55 mile an hour. I would say it would probably take more, but you're going to bend the aluminum rod that it is. But what makes this thing so special is that this thing powers your GoPro or your action camera all day long, and you don't have to worry about batteries. Quick word of advice. I'm going to be doing a video about this soon, about how to set this thing up. Take your battery out of your GoPro and just plug it into the power. If you have your battery in here and you have this running, it's going to cause your battery to go dead, and it's going to cause this thing to continually cycle through power, and you don't want that. Take your battery out. Grab yourself a battery door if you have an 8 or a 9, because this whole door has to come out for it to be powered, and you don't want to make sure that you have water going in there. This is some silicone putty that you can get from them. But as I've told a lot of people, I think what these things are just silicone earplugs that you would get for swimming. You pick them up at any pool store, Walmart, you name it. Matter of fact, Brandon Buckner got some. Wrap those around your plug, and that will keep it nice and watertight, even on the most rainy days out there fishing. So again, thank you guys very, very much for believing in me, sharing my videos. I'm trying to give back to you guys a little bit. There's a link posted 4 or 5 times in the comments. Again, I'm just going to do it again because I'm that guy. I'm a spammer. I'm going to post it again here in the comments. Grab that thing, go over there, take a look at it, join that guy, or check out those things. Get in there. Get your opportunity to win these things. I'm not keeping your information. I'm not going to like spam email you. Matter of fact, the only time I will email you is if you win. I'll send it. The software is going to send you an email. I will contact you personally. If you're not local to my area, I will ship it to you. If you are local to my area, I'll get it to you and you will have your stuff. Appreciate you guys checking me out here on Another Line Live this Tuesday, next Tuesday, same time, same bat channel. We'll be here at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you can get out there and lean on them, make sure you do so, guys. Thank you guys for sticking around. I appreciate it. See you guys next time on Another Line.